Welcome back. Tonight, we're going to go over the new Claude Cowork, and we're going to test it for the first time that I've ever seen it. So I've got a couple ideas that I'd like to see done, and I'd like to see how it handles it. So we're going to start off with seeing how well it can do a to-do list or a calculator or something like that. We're going to create a Flutter project. So we're going to go into Android Studio, and we're going to use new Flutter project right there. Choose next. And this has to be in lowercase, by the way. We'll just do a real quick to-do list. To-do list 45, and we'll just do it in Android and iOS. At least we'll see if it works. That. On those two, we'll do a create. So that'll create the folder for us. All right, there it goes. We've got the folder layout ready for Claude Cowork. Let's see how it does. I have no clue. Okay, let's go over here. Claude. Okay, let's go to make prototype. First, let's change the folder. Okay, we did this to-do list. All right, we allow it. All right, let's go make a prototype. Demonstrates. Got to put in your idea here. We'll just say a to-do list. All right, to-do list. App in Flutter. Using Android Studio. And I have selected the folder for you. Okay. All right. Now let's go in here, give it a little bit more information. We'll tell it we want like a minimal design, just something clean. We'll say do a local database. Let's see. Minimal clean design. Okay. Clean design. And a local database. All right. Let's see how it handles it. Oh, we need it in iOS and Android. Okay, so make a prototype that demonstrates the to-do list app in Flutter using Android Studio, and I have selected the folder for you. Okay, let's see. Minimal clean design and a local database. We need it in iOS. Okay, let's see how it handles it. We'll run it in Opus 4.5. Okay, let's give it. Okay, let's do don't allow for that because it's going to take over the mic. Okay, so here we go. It's in progress. Working files. Okay, I'll help you do a Flutter to-do list app. Clean minimal design. And then the other thing I'm going to do is my downloads is kind of a mess. That's where I do these YouTube videos, and it's just kind of an unorganized mess. It's a hodgepodge. So I'll demonstrate next on how to clean that up. So, but I already know how to code in Claude Code. So to me, this should just operate as a nice GUI interface to Claude Code. So there it goes. It says it's going to download the Flutter SDK. Let me know. Okay. Kind of interesting. Okay. Oh, I haven't seen it use that folder yet. So interesting. We will see. Now it did say over there on the context, selected folders, to-do list 45. It's got the artifacts. It says to-do Dart. Looks like it's creating. We should see it create like a main.dart file. So let's see. There's a network issue. Let me try a different approach. I'll create a Flutter project structure manually. Now, normally, like in Claude Code, it would probably ask for permission by now in like a command line interface, asking to do something like that. So, okay. Okay. So now it says it's doing a workaround for the Flutter SDK. It's writing the code inside the directory there. It's created the main.dart file, which that's what we wanted to see. That should be the main file that we hit the play button on and we test it. We're going to test it in an Android emulator, and then also we'll test it to see if iPhone works. So looks like it's doing pretty good here. So kind of excited to see how well it does on the first trip. We'll see if it can nail it the first time. Okay, there it goes. So it should be putting in like a JSON file or something like that. That would go in the Android app directory inside the to-do list 45 directory that we created, be under Android and app. That's normally what we'd do, is copy a JSON file there. We'll see if it does that automatically, which it looks like it's doing that now. Okay. It's writing the files. So over here, the artifacts, you can see it's created 9 files already. So no bugs yet. And we're running this, by the way, I chose Opus to run this in, which is their best model for coding. So I think this will probably be the future of Claude Code. You know, nicer GUI interface, kind of something like, you know, you see that with Cursor. A lot of people are afraid of the CLIs, but this is definitely a little cleaner, a little less scary for people. So, yeah, I think I read something that this was actually coded by Claude Code itself. So pretty incredible. You've got it to where the system is making more systems. So, but, all right. So now it's done. It says it's done the iOS. Looks like it's done the Android. Structure is complete. To-do lab prototype. Okay, this is weird. It put it in that folder. To open, go file open. Interesting. Okay, let's go see what it did. All right, let's go to Android Studio. All right, let's test it here. I've got an iPhone emulator to test here. Let's test it in iPhone first. Okay, there you go. All right, running Xcode build. Usually the first time it runs, it's a little bit slower. I do have Xcode loaded on this machine, so it's going to build it for the first time here. So it looks like it's trying to do it. There it goes. It loads Flutter. Nope, that is running the Flutter page. Let's see where it put it. Where it didn't use my to-do list 45. Okay, so let's stop this. Let's see what it did. So we told it to-do list 45, right? And where did it say it put it? Weird. I told it to use, hang on, let me tell it. I told you. Folder selected. To-do list 45. Okay, so there you go. You're right. Let me check. Okay, there it goes. So it admits to its mistake. I knew I wasn't wrong. So it said, hey, I'm wrong. So there we go. Now it's trying to update it. So let's see. So what it was doing there was that screen that you saw there was the demo screen in Flutter. Main.dart is always just a demo. So if you ever see that where it says demo, you know, your AI did something wrong. So as you can see, this is not perfect, but it's only been out for a few days. So we'll give it a second chance here. So let's see if it can make up. So it's copying those files over. So, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty close. We'll see. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's got the main.dart file. you can see some of the other names, the to-do.darts. Dart is an extension of Flutter, so it's definitely, on the right path. We'll see if it can do it though. Let's see how it runs. Okay, should just be copying all that stuff over. Probably rechecking the configuration files for Android for the JSON and the I think it's a plist file for the on the Xcode. So that by the way, you load that file into the runner directory. So just in case you guys at home are ever doing this, I've shot some other videos, and this one too. Long term, if I write something, I usually want to write it in Firebase. Okay, so here we go. Okay, it says it did it. Clean, minimal design. So there it says it did a local database, right? I'd like to test this later with like a Firebase. So, but let's go test this now. Okay. All right, let's see what it does. Preparing the Xcode build again. So now you'll notice the first time it runs, it takes a while. Could not build the simulator. It's a problem with the runner. Okay. Might have to, I wonder if I got to exit it. So let's see. Okay. This time I just connected straight to it. Could not build the application. Okay. All right. Let's copy this error. Let's see how it does on error debugging here. Okay. So that is an error. I'm just going to Control C or Command C if you're on a Mac like I am. I'm going to go back to Claude. Let's say I got the error. I got this error. Let's see how it does for debugging and fixing. Okay. All right. Okay. It says it immediately. It says it sees it fixed it, or it's trying to fix it. Excuse me. Fixed. Okay. Says it should be able to build now. All right. Let's try this again. Third time's a charm. I think we're on strike 2. So, but as you can see, it's very responsive, as quick as it's, responding to fix stuff. So there we go. Hey, look at that. Third time is a charm. Let's see if it does it. So what needs done? Test. Test needs done. Add a note optional so it's more of like a description. Okay. Description 1. Okay, there we go. All right, check that out. We've done nothing. Let's try test 2. Test to script 2. Very cool, very cool. That was very quick, right? Okay, so let's say we've done our task. There we go. We've completed one done, one pending. It's got the correct date, Sunday night, January 18th. How about that? That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's now go test it on Android. Okay, we're back. So I just rebooted the cell phone and that fixed it. I don't think that had anything to do with Claude. I think that had more to do with Android Studio. So we're going to do test task 1, right? Description 1. Okay, add the task. Let's do 2. All right. Description 2. Just for a quick minimal design. Delete 1. 1 done, 1 pending. Check it out. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right. Now for the second thing that we're going to test is we're going to test fixing my downloads folder. I'm pretty messy there. So let's try to see how it can organize files. Okay. We'll say my downloads folder. And let's tell it we want to do some certain things to the downloads folder. Okay, here it says categories and create, folders to create, scan the contents, blah, blah, blah. Review or deletion. Okay. Only proceed after I approve. Okay. We could do the default. Let's see what it does. We've chosen the downloads folder. Now I could choose Google Drive by selecting a different folder here. We'll go ahead and let it do this. Let's see what it does just based off of this. I also have another prompt. So I want to turn it down and then give it a prompt that I've already written for it. So let's try this and let's see how it looks. Okay. So it says, I'll start by scanning your downloads folder to understand what's there. And so I don't know about you guys, but I end up just dropping a lot of stuff in my downloads and I have good intention. And then it's like the day slips away from me. And the last thing I'm going to do is go back and organize my downloads folder. So this is like having a personal assistant, you know, just being right there for you if you ask me. Okay, can see duplicate images. It knows I got 6 gigabytes, which is true. Wow, that's pretty cool. It can tell I'm doing YouTube videos. So, all the YouTube, let's see what it does for YouTube structure. All right. And so I don't really like its structure, right? So let's talk back and forth with it. I don't like that structure. Like that structure. I want to store it in work in process, whip, work in process. Okay, and then pending. And archive. Okay. Each folder will have a thumbnail, right? Photo before it becomes a thumbnail, a transcript, and a YouTube video. Okay. Let's see. What do you suggest? Okay. Let's see if it comes back and takes my responses, right? Okay. So there we got that's pretty good. Config dev. Yep. So let's do that. And let me show you real quick how terrible my downloads folder is. Look at this, just total trash right there, right? Firebase has thumbnail. Cool. Very nice. Oh, it's got questions for me. So let's answer the questions here. I always just do one. Where should each... Okay. We'll say everything's done. So that's archive 2, loose assets. I like unsorted actually. Right. And then we'll do same project folder. Okay. That's for 3. All right. So now it should come back and confirm with us that it's ready to test. Okay, there it goes. It's giving us the new structure, right? Okay. Looks pretty cool. It's pretty nice going through all my files here. Perfect. So all I gotta do is say go. So let's say go. Sending the request, working. It's pretty nice. I think I found myself a new tool that I'm really going to add to my tool belt. This is pretty awesome. I am pretty unorganized when it comes to folders. I am not the most. My videos are pretty organized, but man, I hate going back through and like archiving and doing all that stuff I should do. It's like gathering my receipts for my business. It's just, I should do it like every Saturday morning. It's just not my favorite thing to do. I just like playing with new stuff. I like shooting video. I like doing this kind of stuff. I love testing anything technical. You know, this is awesome. So this is definitely the future. This is nice. So, yeah, I think ChatGPT is going to have a tough time keeping up. I don't know about you guys, but ChatGPT is it's just starting to fall behind. Oh my gosh, look at this. That's funny. Okay, I hit my limit on my Claude code. So let's see if it did anything on my directories. It didn't. It says it can continue in 1 hour. Well, there you have it. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sure it was going to be awesome. But anyhow, well, I'm sure it would have worked. But that is here's the goofy thing that I don't like about Claude. I'm just on the $20 Pro plan, right? I'm not on the Max. What I don't like is I have plenty of space for the month, but I just used up all my 5 hour, right? I really don't like it. I think it should let me to use my entire month up, right? If I want, right? I don't know why I only get such a small batch for 5 hours. And then like right here, I've got to wait another hour. So, you know, I'm sure that everyone out there has ran into the same thing. So. Okay, I'm back. So I just told it to try it again, and it's starting off and it's running here. And so let's see how it does. Oh no, this is not good. Oh, no, it is moving, running command. Improve the remaining video files. Nope, I think it is doing the correct thing. So we'll see. I ran out of tokens there, so I had to wait my ice time out for another 30 minutes or so. Okay. Now it's cleaning up. It's deleting empty folders and temp files. Okay. It says it should confirm or deleting anything like duplicates, which is fine. I've got a bunch of junk out there. So checking out everything. All right. There's 2 strays. It's running the file size breakdown. Hasn't confirmed deletion yet with me. So let's see how that works out. Kind of curious to see how many tokens. Done. There it goes. Says it did it. Clean up, deleted. Never did confirm. Remember it said it was going to confirm it with me? And like, you don't care. It's just downloads. Space saved. All right. So now let's go check it out and find her. Let's go to downloads. There they are. Look how nice and clean that is. Pretty impressive. Got the dab, right? You got work in process, which should be empty. That's correct. Pending should be empty and archive. Right? Right there. That needs to be sent over to Google Drive. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, tell me what you guys want to see me do next on Cowork or anything else. I think next time I'm going to try something like Firebase, connect to that, maybe connect it to my email, clean up my Gmail box. So, hey, thanks for joining me tonight. Like and subscribe down below. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.